right, so we're going to be getting into it, but right about now, we've got a love series that is happening, and we want to get into that space right now. A bit later, I will be saying thank you to Dodi World, Akosombo, and also we'll say a big thank you to Easy Grab as well. But it is often said that a husband and wife relationships are like the relationships of Tom and Jerry. And though they are always seem to be teasing and fighting, they can actually live without each other. Now, marriage makes headlines, although the majority of people out there around the world have experienced marriage as a part of their daily life. Marriage is not a maintained subject, and it's something that we are fascinated by the changes in marriage, which is apparent by the coverage of the changes received in newspapers around the world. Now, for the purposes of this, in July 2007 in Hong Kong, a South China Morning Post headline actually read, "The challenge of finding Mr. he will have to do in 2003 we had in London." The Guardian also reported number of marriages in a new law. And then in Cape Town, South Africa, the Cape Times discussed the explosion in fake weddings to foreigners, national crisis. Marriage is actually more than a private or personal relationship. And it is a social institution or a dominant system, of course, and interrelated informal and formal elements. And it does not matter where you're coming from, where you belong. Sometimes the difficulties would actually kick you in, and sometimes you want to still look at them and say, I want to keep going. But for the purposes of this, we have a couple who have been together for the last 43 years of their lives. They've spent time together. They've done so many things together, and they are here to share their stories with us. And this morning, I'm privileged to have in the studio Mr. and Mrs. Ansa Ajayi. And Ajayi. Okay, that's a Ga, right? That's Ashanti. Oh, and you speak very good Ga.
I speak good Cree.
You speak good Cree as well. Mommy does the same, eh?
No, I'm a Ga.
Oh, so that's where the guy is coming from. Okay, good.
His father also is a Ga.
His father is Ga. Your mother is Ga. And you are full Ga. Full.
Yes.
And you are kakra.
Yeah.
I like my own. Just like mine.
You see?
Oh, man, have fun. Have ever.
Story when I was being interviewed by one of banks that I worked in. And the MD asked me that, oh, what tribe do I belong to? But I said, that's a big question. The only thing I know is that I'm a Ghanaian.
Okay.
So, they are serious. I should answer the question. I said, I'm equally serious. Maybe they can help me answer that question.
Yeah.
Because my mother is Ga, pure Ga, from Gamash.
And your grandmother also is a Ga.
My grandmother is Ga.
Okay.
My grandfather is Ga.
Oh.
From maternal side.
Yeah.
Okay. And Gans, you all know, inherit patrilineal. That's the Ga tradition. They inherit along the father's side.
Okay.
Okay. So I can't claim, since my mother is Ga, I can't claim to be Ga. Because my name I'm bearing is pure Ashanti. My actual Ashanti name is Sampini.
Okay.
Okay? And my father is Ashanti. Ashanti is also by custom, also inherit matrilineal.
Yeah.
So I'm neither here.
So you
But the only thing I know is
You're
that
Ghanaian.
both of them are Ghanaian. So I'm a Ghanaian.
Yeah. And I mean, from the explanation, it makes a lot of sense. So you don't get to find yourself in a situation where you have to explain.
They should have more of us because we will not be tribalistic.
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense. But I'm glad that you're able to join us this morning. I'm really happy you're here. And congratulations.
Thank you.
43 years. Mommy,
Yes,
I don't know how you have done this. So
It's God.
yes, God will do the part, but I'm sure you have also contributed to this.
Yes.
Before I come to you, Daddy, let me find out from you. For the 33 years that you spent with Daddy, what are some of the things that anytime you remind you, of what you have been together, you still want to continue some more years?
Yes, one thing is because of love,
Okay.
God-fearing,
Okay.
and then communication, the most important thing.
Love, God-fearing,
God-fearing,
and communication. And these are things that anytime you look at them, you feel like, okay,
Continue
I want to continue doing this.
marriage.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's the month of love, and I'm excited about it. But, Daddy, what do you make of the institution of marriage?
Yeah. You see, first of all, it's an institution which was established by God.
Yeah.
And the primary function was that you should be able to bond. One, that's the love, the central portion. And then the prime purpose was for us to be able to continue the lineage of human beings. That go ye into the world and reach. And what? Bear fruit and multiply.
Yeah.
So the issue of having children,
creation,
and raising family. Because the social fabric that we have, the basic unit, is a family, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's where you start from. So the institution of marriage is important in the sense that without that, we will not have continuance of human beings on earth.
Yeah.
That is also the first place where you can begin to bring discipline and love, which can permeate the whole society. Because if you have 10 or 20 Jews making up a society, which is made up of families, and there's discipline, there's hard work, there's love and understanding, effective communication that she's talking about.
Yeah.
All right? And responsible parents. Responsible parents is maybe one thing that she left out. Responsible parents. That will also ensure that at the end of the day, you have a society of what? People who love each other. If you love each other, you will go and rob your neighbor. You will not have anything of envy. You'll be looking after that. If your brother has this, you don't have it. You want to go and seek after it. You, all means you want to kill it.
Yeah.
But if you have the love, the bonding, you also have the discipline. You also need to respect. Responsibility and respect go together. All right? We will have this lawlessness which is happening all over the place.
Yeah.
Because the aggregate consolidation of those various units will form the society. So if the family unit, which starts from marriage, is not effective or well made, then we don't have a good society.
Mommy, I want to go back into your life a bit. How was the first time meeting him like?
It's a long time ago.
I know.
I don't think I would remember. I think one of his cousins, have a girlfriend in a house.
Okay.
And then they came to see that lady.
Oh.
And then we met there.
It worked for you. Daddy, when you saw we went for visitation, and then you decided, okay, I'll not leave this place like that.
Good cousin of mine. And this girlfriend used to come to the house.
Okay.
So, as usual, I mean, young boys those days.
Yeah.
Was in sixth form, and I can always follow my senior brother out. So with the lady, I said, 2 o'clock, I said, why you come and you have a girlfriend? Me, I'm chewing on the side. Why? How can you do that? So once we went to visit the girlfriend in the house. So just as we were sitting there, I saw the lady pass. I said, who is this lady? Then the girlfriend is called Maggie. She laughed. She said, oh, that's my cousin. But she doesn't live here with us.
Okay.
She stays with the uncle at Latabia. And I'm talking about Jamestown. The house, the family house is just
okay.
At James, I don't know whether Machagona. The house is just opposite Machagona. Then we talked to her. Then she said, "Oh, are you interested?" I said, "Yes." So we talked to her. I said, "Okay." She talked to me. She wants to caution me that she won't have time because the uncle polices her like like German Shepherd.
I see.
So once a while, that's okay. Never mind. Then we got opportunity to talk. She also expressed some interest. So, okay, the only way she can come out is to arrange that she was coming to watch film. Yeah, that Palladium. Those of that I was living around the Upongobu Palladium area.
Yeah.
Do you know that place?
Oh, that's old times, what do you call it, around main Accra?
Yeah, the Methodist Church.
Okay. Yeah.
The Bible, the one we call the Wesley Church.
Okay.
Across opposite is Palladium. Now
so you're not too far from.
No, I was.
What she was.
Yeah, what she was. But if you want to go in there,
that's over. Yeah.
The uncle will come and drop it, and then go that she will come back. It take about 1.5 hours. Then he will be back to come and pick her.
Hey, no time.
Yeah, so he will pay for her to enter. That hour I've entered already paid. So when she come, then we go out.
Oh, I see.
And get her back to the food.
Hey, that was a lot of work for you.
You see now, that's the issue of love.
Yeah.
That's the sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one central point that I was looking, the institution demands or involves sacrifice.
Yeah.
If you are selfish, And all those words,
have
it will not
issues.
work.
Yeah.
You must give and take, compromise.
Yeah.
It's another key word that I can also bring up in ensuring that you have a strong and stable marriage. You know, so that's where we got up from.
So at what point did you decide that, okay, this is the woman I want to settle on? Because usually it's difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing the person is one thing.
Yes.
Establishing the fact that this is the person I want to move on with and live the rest of my life with is another thing.
Yeah. In fact, the funny thing is that, you know, that time I was also in school. So she, I remember
Memories,
they used to call me schoolboy.
And she didn't call you that too.
She didn't.
Okay.
There was, how would I say it? A competitor
Okay.
who was
Also
a fu-
looking.
who was a fully grown lawyer. Who wanted to take her out to even to the US.
That's a serious problem for you then.
Yeah, I was still in school.
Oh.
But that's the difference between girls of our days and the girls
Now.
of today.
Yeah.
When she used the word love.
Because you had the opportunity to
She had the big
travel.
opportunity to travel, and also that I was just up and coming. I was nobody. You know, but she said she decided to stay and stick. All right. And from that level of commitment, I felt that it is worth the while.
Yeah.
And along the line also, we got to each other. I went to university, and we had our firstborn when I was in university.
Hey, that was after the marriage or?
Don't tell anybody.
Before the marriage.
Oh, that's before the
So my
marriage.
dad,
Even the second one before
the second one,
The second one
was
too.
also-
Oh, the
So
marriage.
when we did the second one came, then my father said, "Look, hey, young one, you looking at your face saying like that. If I don't take care, you go and cause commotion. So come on,
Go and do
go
this.
ahead and do the necessary things. Go get her married." So we got married. I think just a year after our second born.
But I mean, for you, it
But
was,
then I decided
Exactly.
because I had the range and I knew that I felt that like she's God fearing. She's very humble, but at the same time also she's hard. When you step wrongly on the other side, I mean,
I give you to you.
and she was also how would I say, a homemaker.
Yeah.
Took care of the house,
Yeah.
looking after the children, the way she looked after the children, all that since I realized, look, this is the lady
Yeah.
that I think I can commit myself to. All right.
Mommy, you had all these qualities. You could have followed this lawyer. And by now, I'm sure you were in Obodo Ibo, you are enjoying your life. Why did you decide that, you know what? Yes.
The love is not there for that person. So I decided what I want.
Yeah.
That is why I chose him.
You didn't have the influence of your parents saying that, oh, a schoolboy and a lawyer there.
How much they will talk, you know.
Yes.
You know our parents.
Yes. At that time, how did you handle this? Because now it's happening. Parents are choosing who their kids are supposed to marry for them.
When I get pregnant, they won't say anything. They can't say anything.
that is a strategy.
That is a strategy. I want you to go to school, so you don't do this and do that and do that. But you have to Christ, then you continue.
Yeah. And it worked for you. And now look at where you are right now. I'm sure you've never even regretted.
Oh no.
Because it's paid off.
But love also, you can't go on just smooth like this.
Yeah.
It's up and down. Yeah. It's up and down. You go down, look up, then you continue.
Yeah.
And so, and if the God fear is in you, if you don't go right, you don't go left, straight to the point.
Yeah.
And you do what is good for you.
And it's been 43 years where she's still here. I mean, if you just join us here on the show, my couple in the studio are, amazing couple that have been together for 43 years and still counting. And today they are sharing their story with us here on our Love Life series that we're running. And sometimes, yes, it's not easy making a decision like that, but to make a decision like that and get on 43 years and still counting, that's a lot to, be grateful for. And I'm sure, Daddy, let's talk about being in it. Now, deciding that I want to do this and being in it and spend all the times, the challenge that comes with it and all of that. How do you deal with some of these things?
You see, the first one, like I said, I needed to prove my worth to my in-laws, because I transitioned from the schoolboy, and into national service.
Yeah.
All right. And then, like I said, before we got into committing marriage, I got pregnant second time.
Yeah.
So the normal talk that the first person you've been listening, you are still not. So I told them, oh. Fortunately, after my school, I got my national service attachment at ADB.
Okay.
All right. By dint of hard work and good work. Just before we finished the service, I got engaged fully as a full-time staff. And through that, I progressed also quickly along the career path. All right. So by the time I got to do the traditional marriage, the engagement, when I did, and then the quality of things and the way they were all shocked.
Yeah.
So that's when I met. Along the line, I think she lost the father before even the birth of my firstborn.
Okay.
All right. So I didn't get to engage him, but the uncle who was virtually his father at the time also was the one who took charge. So the day we went and did the engagement and things, that's when I met him formally. Then a Sunday, he called me to the house. He said, "Hey, schoolboy, I see that now you're a fully grown man."
Oh, yes.
Accept my respects.
Great.
Because we know some of these boys, nobody they will just, but you see that you have committed and the things you brought and what you have done clearly shows that you are interested in staying or going the long haul with our daughter. I told her yes. I have seen people, I won't deny that I had other friends at the time, but then looking at through them, I felt the best person who would be able to walk the long journey with me was her. So that is what I proved to them. By what was expected and what I did is more than what was expected.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And I've not regretted. Like I said, she being a good mother. First in nurturing my children. I had first 3 boys.
Hey.
3 strong boys. They're all men. All right. I sent the pictures to some, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll show you. Okay, so there we have that.
This
is the firstborn.
The firstborn is on the right.
Yeah, that's and the second on the left.
The second on the left, that's
and the third one there.
The third is
Ebenezer.
Oh. Yeah, named him after. He looks very much like him. So the one they used to call him Ojoche.
Oh,
you don't understand
that's straight from you.
I can't know that.
You understand?
Oh, no, few.
Ojoche means that you look like your father.
So then you named him after yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So, but his actual name is Sapong.
Okay.
I told you Ashanti, so they are all Ashantis.
Yeah.
We have Sapong, we have Frimpong,
Wusu and
Wusu and Sa.
Oh, great. And they're all around.
Yeah. Frimpong is currently the director communications and then general operations at Adua TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And he's also the special assistant to the Greater Accra Bishop, Dr. Toto.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And the Anglican Church. The second one, Wusu and Sa, is also a manager with First Atlantic Bank.
Great. And then the last baby.
The last baby also. He's also there.
He's now 40 years.
He's 40 years. Oh, then I can imagine the rest.
44, this one is 48.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
You've done well.
He's also the area, group manager for Bayport Financial Services, based in Koforia.
Oh, you've done so well for yourself.
Thanks to her.
Mommy, this one is your flowers, so just
because
take
by
it.
nature of my work, I used to travel out a lot.
Okay.
I was more in the project development and banking, credit administration area, so it took me a lot of travels up and down. So most of the training mine was to be able to make sure that the requirements in the house to keep body and soul together were provided.
Yeah. And
so the actual take care of the rest, putting in the fear of God into them, being disciplined, going to school, attending to your work and others spiritually, ensuring that the academic way also was also good. So I'm very grateful to her.
Daddy, in the event where mommy offends you in the house,
yes,
how do you handle conflicts like that?
I'll tell you the truth. I say I don't talk. Where I feel it's getting too hot, I just drive out.
Just like that.
I drive out. I have good friends, so we go and have our boys' session. I come home.
You tell your story there. So
But we say those things. We all laugh and then laugh at it because maybe another second person also have the same problem. These daughters of Eve, they are like all are like. So we have our fun.
But it worked for you.
No, we come home. So the following morning I say, hey, you are a Christian. You are not supposed to carry your anger more than overnight. So once they why are you still hoping? Forget. You take it. I'm sorry. Let's move on.
That was the most difficult things, and I'll ask you, Mommy, is the difficult thing a lot of men can't say. You know, women can easily go and say, "Oh, I'm sorry about this, Annie, forgive me," and all of that. Right. But men, some of the men have difficulties in saying to a woman, "I am sorry." In your case,
when you done something wrong, you have to say sorry. What's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with it.
The ego, maybe. Oh, I feel like I'm the man of the house.
Oh,
I'm the head.
You have to say. I also have to say. If I wrong him, I will say sorry. When he also wrong me, he will say sorry. And we continue.
So that was not difficult in your home at all?
At all. As for that, yeah.
Wow.
Let me say part of it is because of the Christian upbringing. Right? Because the scripture requires you as Christians to love each other.
Yeah.
All right? And that if you sin against our Savior, confess and ask for forgiveness. So why not? Confessions is like saying sorry, all right, and asking for forgiveness. All right. So when you have that one imbued in you, in the social life and the marital home, it should be difficult because he says that the scripture says that no one is perfect except God. So in marriage, what you are supposed to do is to show up the weaknesses of your partner, and not to be highlighting her weaknesses. Look at those weaknesses and see how best you could compromise and accommodate, so that there will be peace.
But were there things that she does sometimes you don't like, you know?
Oh, naturally. I mean, I've for that one. Even twins fight. Twins.
Hey, it's true.
So naturally, there are things that, and you know, it comes from the fact that we don't have the same perspective in life.
Okay.
All right, and we come from different
background and all, yeah.
Okay, so how we see things will not be the same, and that's where the word of compromise or sacrifice comes in. Yeah, if you understand that, then sometimes we agree to it. Sometimes you say it and say, "Look, okay, let's leave it like that."
That's it.
No, it's like, should I even say it?
That is, let's we want the young ones out there to learn from this.
For example, in party, political affiliation.
Yeah.
We don't belong to the same party.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
That one is serious one.
Stuck to it, faithfully up to date. But we don't fight right. When she loses her teeth, when we lose, she teases me. Where we go? That's it.
Yeah.
You know, that's a typical
example. Yes, I'm PP and I'm NDC.
Oh. So
you see,
I'm sure by now you'll be whipping him every day.
Every day. When we came and the man was punching, the lady was punching her. I was telling you that look at you people.
and that doesn't even break your home in any way.
That's it.
No, how?
The same liberty and freedom we give it to our children. Choose which part. Because I mean, you are grown up, you are a mature person, you have your reasons for wanting to do something or want to affiliate to a particular association. All right?
Yeah.
And the Constitution guarantees all of us that freedom of association. I can't determine what you should be or who you should like.
But you make it so easy. Maybe the foundation of love.
But that's what
But you make it so easy because I've seen a couple, a man has dragged the woman out of the house because he's supporting a certain party.
I know some people like
But
that.
you make it so easy.
And some of our boys are like this. The senior one is NDC.
Okay.
And the two of them is NPP.
Ah, so you. Oh, this is nice.
I mean that's when we give the freedom. The only that we respect each other's views.
Yeah.
All right. And we don't get vocal or violent.
You have to respect each other.
You know, that's the critical thing that we move on. And the funny thing was that I got all my life I was working in banking.
And you've got an incredible CV in banking, amazing CV.
You know, so after that, I went into consultancy entrepreneurship. Right, after so long, 35 years of doing the same thing, I moved into Empretech Ghana. So while I was there, that's when the late president, may he also rest in peace, the Prof. Yes, you know, he came and realized that he believed there's a need for a change in the top brass, the technical brass, both administrative and technical of the ministries, the public service. So he wanted the chief directors, they should source for chief directors who have that private sector mindset and background. Good. And so they did selected interviews and other things. And that's how I got into public service as the chief director for the Ministry of Trade and Industry in 2010.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
prior to that, I had vowed that I was not going to be into
that
public
space.
service. I was just decided to do my private work. But at that level, national service, I've been called to come and do this. What do you do?
Yeah.
You know, and like she said, my background, purely my affiliation was to MPP, and this is NDC government.
Yeah.
Can you
So you
imagine?
can
that?
imagine how.
So when I went, most of my friends also say, but you, what I say, I said, my friend, I'm there to go and do my work as a technician, a technical person, as a professional.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
Nothing else.
And my interviews and other things were purely based on this. I went to a competitive interview, right, before I got appointed. And that I don't make judgment based of purely party or sentimental lines. No, pure technical work. You know, so until I reached my compulsory retirement age in 2014.
And I think that also contributed immensely to the argument in the house, because professionally, where you were, and what you were facing, you were still handling that professionally. So coming back to the house, I'm sure it wouldn't be a big problem.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. You know.
Bringing up your children, what are some of the things, the core values that you felt this is something I need to instill in them?
Okay. I'll let the woman
Mommy,
talk. I told you that.
You are the one who nurtured all of them. Department of Nurturing.
Yes. You know, one thing is discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline is the first thing. Then the fear of God.
Yeah.
Then once again, communication.
Okay.
That is the point. Because if you can communicate, you cannot communicate with your children. What are you doing?
Yeah.
When something, they will come to you, can confront you, then you talk about what they are doing, or what this is not right, this is not, this is wrong. Then you go. Then discipline. Oh, what are you doing? This one you are doing is not good. Oh. Do this, do that, and do that. They will understand you. You also will understand them, their version. So that when they are talking, you have to sit down well. Then you go about the whole thing. Then, oh no, this one is not right.
Yeah.
This one is not wrong. This one is that. And you continue. Don't put the fear of God in them. The most important thing in my life, the fear of God. We put it in them.
When they fight,
they don't fight. One thing
they never fought.
Never.
Really? There
Never.
were two more words I wanted to add, because the love and bonding, sibling bonding. Wow. Yeah, I made sure that I brought them up
they will
to love
to fight
each other, and that thing they have maintained up to today. Wow.
They won't
I
fight.
tell you, they won't fight. They've never fought. I've not seen them
I
fight
haven't seen
when they were growing up.
So
They never fought. Three boys, I'm telling you. All right. The misunderstanding, you will say that maybe the youngest one, you will go and pick maybe the panties or singlet or the then when it becomes, I say, what do you mean? If he doesn't have, who's we go and take it from?
Of course.
Well, it's of yours. So is this the issue? Not get away. Go and
I haven't seen them fighting before.
If I was taking it for you, what is wrong with it? I was providing for you. Where you pay me back? So let him take it.
Yeah. So you also contributed in making sure that
that was the last
right.
aspect. The aspect about the discipline, that was the control and the respect and the love, was mainly the strong hand I was providing. Yeah. You know,
these days, a lot of kids learn from what they see their parents do.
Yeah.
In your case, is it because you never laid your hands on your wife? You knew how to handle things that you didn't have to at a point in time raise your hand on mommy.
I got angry sometimes. That's why, to avoid hitting her, that's why I normally go out.
Okay.
Because my father warned me that you can do everything you like, but don't touch. Yeah. And she was the pet of my father. Yeah.
Then if you try,
I told you earlier that he insisted I should go and do the body rights, everything. And he in fact bought the items required. And he came and gave it to me. So I just laughed.
You have no excuse to do anything.
I decided to consume all. I consumed it. It was a part of the youthful transit on those days. I said, if I want to marry my wife, I'm not supposed to come and do it for me. I'm capable of doing it. So
Yeah.
I drank all the things with my friends. And then
That you had fun, oh. You had real fun.
I tell you, I'll be honest, she knows I told her that because I'm not going to him to come and do it for me.
No.
And later come and push me around. I won't.
Yeah, I'll do
so
my
I did
thing.
it. Set 3 months after that. I bought twice of all the things he brought. I went and informed him that I informed him that I'm ready. He could come and pick the things. So he came and said, but these are not. I said, those ones I've drank.
That's all. But unfortunately, there are many cases like you know what we're talking about right now. What would you want to tell young ones who have gotten into marriages where there are too many problems that men are think it's okay for them to hit a woman?
I told you the marriage institution is derives its institution or its base, the foundations from the Bible. It's God who created marriage.
Yeah.
All right. So the central theme for stable marriage is still found in the Bible. Right? If you go to Colossians 3, from verse 5 right through to 21, that way it gives you a clean advice about the things that one should do to have a stable marriage. It advises men and all of us to be able to eschew greed, lust, envy, malice, anger. That those are things that you should not, other man or woman, to be looking for in marriage. Selfishness, eschew that. Rather, be loving one another and then forgiving each other and supporting each other where the person has weaknesses. And in particular, in verse 21, it clearly states that wives, submit to your husbands. Submit to your husbands. What does that mean? That obey, be obedient, and listen to your husbands. Because the man is the head of the house. That also is clearly stated. The rules of a good family, Christian family. The husband is the head of family. So wives should accord him the due respect accordingly and attention that he deserves. All right? Then in return, the man or the husband will love their wives. That's a charge, a covenant from the Bible. So if you are God-fearing, and this is a covenant, a charge from God, if you're a Christian, your primary responsibility is you are supposed to keep the covenants and be obedient to the words of God as dictated by the Bible. You have to go by it. All right? And the same source also says that even if you get annoyed, don't let your anger go overnight. The best thing is that go on your knees and pray and ask for the intervention of the Holy Spirit to guide you and pray that you give you cool heads. And certainly. So
you think most young ones have lost the foundation?
You've lost it.
And that's
they don't even, as many as I know, don't even appreciate or what I say, fear God.
Yeah.
They go to church. There's a difference between fearing God and going to church.
Yeah.
All right? Fearing God means that you want to study the word. Right. You want to pray regularly. You want to meditate on the word. All right? And then also act on the word.
Yeah.
And the word says basically that it is written, but its impact is felt in the spiritual realm. So we need to be able to develop a spiritual side. That's through fasting and prayers. And nothing is beyond the capacity of God or Jesus to be able to resolve. So if you do and read and meditate, you pray, you take those problems and leave it to Him. Have the patience. That's one of the virtues. Be long-suffering, patience, right? And then be able to accommodate or have compassion for each other and knowing that no one is perfect. So you don't ride on the person's weaknesses, but rather try to fortify the strengths that you have and try to see how best you can make up for the weaknesses.
Great. If you
That's what I want to do.
Awesome. And I'm sure most of the young people out there watching now, you are learning so much from this. If you just join us here on the show, this is our Love series, and it's as part of Mr. and Mrs. Photogenic promotion that we're running right now for the Valentine's celebration. Now, we're still reminding you that you can also send your pictures to us and go on our Facebook as well and share, comment, and the most commented and liked pictures over there will have the chance of getting closer and closer to winning the prizes that we have for you. So those of you who have sent us your pictures, please go on our page on Facebook and make sure that you're putting the share button and all of that so that you can get numbers. Now, we'll say a big thank you to La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. They're sponsoring us on that one as well. We're grateful to you. Dodi Island, Dodi World in Akosombo. When you go there, you go and sleep at Volta Hotel. And Volta Hotel is giving so much when it comes to weekend relaxation. And those of you out there who want to take a trip, make sure that you're making it to Volta Hotel and be on the Dodi World and enjoy the best of nature. It's very, very important that you do so. And this Val's Day celebration, there's something that they're doing over there, so you want to go and be a part of it. I am interested in the Adowa Night Club. That's where I want to go and party this weekend. So please make sure that you also go in there and enjoy the very best of it. And we say a big thank you to Maati Spa. Maati Spa, it's also a place where rejuvenation is at utmost best, and you want to be there to make sure that you get yourself relaxed. Now, there's a way you can also have a very beautiful time after the massage. You get to rest for a while, and they are running this promotion. So please go there and get your reservation booked. And once that is done, just go. You can go with your family. Sometimes you just don't have to go alone. Go with your wife, go with the kids. Make sure they also get some massage treatment. It's very, very important that we all get that and enjoy the very best of it. Easy Grab is giving us so much more. If you need hampers for the Valentine's celebration, you need to go to Easy Grab and they will make you a very good hamper. We're not taking the socks and the singlets and all those things anymore. This time around, please, let's do more. Let's do more. And guess what? They're putting something beautiful together for Mom and Daddy here with us in the studio. So Easy Grab is where you can find quality hampers, that you can give to your partners out there. And they make some food. So if you don't cook like myself, you're a terrible cook. Make sure you go to Easy Grab. And if you're not married yet, go to Easy Grab and grab your food from there. Their wache is, I took the wache and trust me, it's one of the best you can find. So please go there and enjoy the very best. They've got some promotion they're running for the Valentine's celebration as well, so you don't want to miss out on that. So please make sure you go and Easy Grab will serve you. And so that's what it is. But we've got in the studio this morning Mr. and Mrs. Ansa Eche. Now they are my guests in the studio. They've been married for 43 years and still counting. And we've been talking to them about how they've been able to live together all these years. Some people, they get married 6 months and it's already disaster, but they have done 43 years. I'm imagining myself in that position right now, but I know it's not
to say that we didn't have a fair bit of misunderstandings.
Yes, but you had a good way of handling that.
Yeah, of course.
Mommy will also be around.
It's he accommodating nature, the compassionate aspect which I talked right earlier on when you are God fearing that. But then come back into the social life in psychology or sociology, right? There's now more of a transition from putting emphasis more on artificial intelligence to emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Why? It's only looking at what I was saying, what we just talked about.
Yeah.
Love, compassion, empathy, forgiveness. Those are all within the space of emotional intelligence. Get to understand and know. Show empathy for the people we are living with. All right? She may be an A student, but if she's always angry, not satisfied, content with what you have.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make the person stable.
Yeah.
And that can be a source of disagreement or argument within families. All right? I'm a postgraduate person. She just finished secondary school.
Yeah. So you see the
disparity is going to look at the issue of educational background.
Yeah.
But hey,
it never
happened. What has that got to do with marriage? Are we going to contest in how well you can speak English or write an essay? That's not where. It's me to use that as a competence in my workplace.
Yeah.
Hers is to use the emotional intelligence in the home to create the home. And that's marriage.
And she did perfectly, near perfect.
That's the point I'm
mommy.
saying.
So in Daddy's case,
so those are the issues that you need to
That in your case, you just leave the house when you're angry. It's fine.
Most of
Go hang out with boys and all of that.
boys and come back.
Mommy, what were you doing? you had your girlfriends around. You also ran away too.
I'm in the house watching TV or reading Bible.
If you like, come back.
You know. And like I said, she also had a lot of quote unquote foster children.
Oh, she
other
did.
ladies who come
Yeah.
to her. So mostly when she be calling the friends, they come, they cook, eat.
When she's angry.
The friends, they have their fun. Because I used to provide a lot of things.
We also had to do something in the house.
Take care of what they want and keep themselves happy. I also come back, I've come, but she doesn't care.
And it ends there.
Yeah, that's it.
There's never been a time you'd have to be angry for like 2 days.
Oh no!
No,
Why?
it's not important.
No.
It's not
Wow,
important.
this is beautiful.
It's not important. You know.
Let's talk about memories. What are some of the memories that, anytime you remind yourself of it, you are so happy that you're in this marriage? Mommy, do you have any memories like that? Some of the things he does and you're like, oh, this one is beautiful.
Like when he traveled,
Yeah.
when he's coming, we bought something here and there, me, my children, and even his other sisters. That's what I remember most. And then, that's all.
Okay. Daddy, you have any memories?
Yeah.
Daddy and his memories.
Like I said, the one I found most interesting was when she decided that she was going to come with me and not with my competitor. You know, I got to know about that, and I know some of the sisters were telling me that, hey, this lady, she's supposed to go with this gentleman, this thing. And eventually I went to school, came back, and she was still there. So I said, Auntie, what happened? You didn't go. Hey, this is USO. She said, don't bring yourself. I decided I'm waiting for you. So let's forget it. It's a strong choice that the memory I will never forget. So that strong decision. It was a very difficult decision for me. I don't know what I would have done if I was in the
It's not easy. I mean, at that time.
At that time.
You know, anybody would have taken that
Anybody
opportunity.
would have.
Yeah.
So a lot of friends. Where still is the choice is also not even a person who is working.
Schoolboy.
It's a schoolboy.
Yeah, schoolboy.
You know, so that was
How
a
my
very.
senior brother talk about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't want you to.
The senior brother was not very much happy about.
But after did he get to understand that?
Afterwards, he became my good friend.
Oh.
Yeah. He was a strong supporter of Olympics, and I think assistant coach.
Okay.
All right, and that was when I was at Tech. Right, when he come to play Kotoko, he come to stay with me.
Case closed.
You know. So unfortunately, also, life was not. What do you say? Life, destiny didn't help him much because he passed on early.
Oh.
Passed on early, too early for my liking. So by the time I started working on other things, he was gone. So he also we didn't get to bond.
Yeah.
Those who were left behind, the boys that was older, they all gave me that respect. You know, so they couldn't come close to me because he felt that in social class, the difference was too high. And I was saying, look, so she used to tell me, look, you don't do this, but get close to him.
Yeah. Yeah. When you know
You
him.
know him, you can make it with him. But with the senior sisters, I mean, I'm through with them very much.
Daddy, earlier you mentioned that one very important thing in marriage is sacrifice. And
Yes.
the fact that you need to understand each other, compromise. And a few other things. I want to find out from Mom. Mom, in your life with Daddy, what are some of the sacrifices? I mean, obviously, leaving this lawyer and coming is a huge sacrifice. But what are some of the other sacrifices that you've done in the marriage?
What did I say? When he did something bad, you have to forgive him. You have to sacrifice so that you can forgive him. Then you paint that thing out. You continue with your life. As for sacrifice, plenty.
Did you have to, at a point, maybe sacrifice your job or something just to make sure you keep the home?
Oh, as for that, no.
Okay.
I don't. It is yes. Yes.
It is yes.
Yeah. Because when we got married, it was our firstborn came in. That time I was in school. The second one came. That time she was working with someone.
Methodist Book Depot.
The Methodist Book Depot.
Okay.
You forgot about that.
Yeah.
So it was when the second one came. She was when I told her, hey, auntie, I don't believe in.
You remember now, eh?
I don't believe in having house help and things.
Okay.
I remember.
All right. So please, I beg you.
The job has to go.
Stop work.
Then you have to pay me.
So I said, I said, yes, I'll pay you. You stay home. Whatever you want, I'll provide it. So that was another big sacrifice he did.
Wow. I mean, that was
You know
your
that I
livelihood.
think that she has to remember.
You should remember it. But was it difficult for you, even though he said, oh, I'll pay you, was it a difficult decision at that time?
Yes. Because when you are going in and out every day, you talk to people. You will be laughing, you will do this and do that. But when you're in your house, who is there?
Yeah.
He has gone to work. So who is there with you? So it's a bit this thing.
Do you regret it? You feel maybe you should have still
no,
continued
as for
with the
that,
work?
no, because I get what I want. So as for that,
Yeah. That didn't disappoint you on
No,
that
no,
one.
no,
So. But Daddy,
it's a good one. As for that, it's a good one. But you know men, you pass by.
You see,
Daddy, which one is the which one is the you know man? Which
she
one?
has opened that one.
Daddy, let me know.
Yeah. You know, I have 3 boys and 1 girl.
Oh, there's a lady.
There's a lady. So
That was before or
No, it
after?
was after the 3.
20 years after.
In the marriage?
Yes.
Oh, you passed somewhere.
That's
small.
That's where the small one brought that. and then
I thought we were not going to talk about that one.
It's part of my life.
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't have girl.
That girl.
And he's a girl.
She doesn't have.
Oh, so you are happy on the other side.
She accepted it.
But Daddy, what happened? What happened?
What happened is a normal commercial.
What did mommy feel about that?
She felt bad, naturally.
Did she at the point decide that, okay, I don't want to be here again?
Not that.
It didn't get to that point.
It didn't get to that point. But we had major differences over it.
I talk about it.
Over
I
time.
quarrel with him about it.
Then
But
over
what you
time.
have to do, it's a human being.
Yeah, you know.
And it's a girl also.
It's a girl. No, and now she's taking her as one of her children. She bonds with her well. Yeah.
So
No, she's currently in level 300 at Kenya University at Tech.
So
And my travels, you know, I had to, after I left the ministry, I had a UN contract, UNDPE contract to go and then implant entrepreneurship. I told you I was a WMPT, an entrepreneurship program in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. So I was in Addis Ababa for almost 1.5 years. So that one, she was the one who was taking care of that girl.
So that was before. So you left the girl for
Yeah.
for her care, and then
Yes,
she's been
yes.
there for her since.
And like if other people, if you have met the mother, they'll be fighting at least. Not close friends, but they respect each other with the girl's mother. You know, to the extent that when I lost my mother, they all came to mourn with us together in the house, everything. Yeah,
Knowing the kind of woman she is
Right.
and how patient she can be and all of that, do you sometimes, when you sit back, regret that you made a decision like that to have
No,
an
no, no.
external baby?
No, well, certainly yes. All right, but I'm saying like the motive basically was to be able to get a girl.
Okay.
All right, and God willing, it was through some of my external, how would I say, relationship with some women of God. We prayed. And
Okay.
then it came out that the prophecy was that you are going to have a girl, but out of wedlock. That it came clear.
Okay.
But you need that girl. Who the mother is at that time, nobody knew. You know, so that lady.
So that was a prophecy.
Yeah. That only I also always owe her. And she told me she'll come out to be such and such a person. She's come out to be one of the My children generally are all brilliant guys. But this lady is exceptional. Performance academically and also things. It's just like.
But when the prophecy came, you didn't have conversation with mommy? Or
No. Maybe that's where that's where the error is. But you know, women, if you go and say that one,
exactly.
I'm sure that'd be big wahala for the whole thing.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But when it happens, it has come. What do you do?
Yeah.
You know, they have to prepare of it and then move on.
Nothing to do about it.
It brought a big of strong challenge, but like I said, peacefully because of the issue, the love of God, and through prayer and the forgiveness, counseling also from the pastors and last thing, we're able to ride that storm.
Mommy, in your case, I know a lot of women will not be able to do this,
Yes.
but you felt it's okay for you to do it and all of that. What was one thing that made you decide that, you know what, many women will fight this, they will do all that, they will not even fight a child and all that, but yours was different?
Daughter. My children are 4.
Okay.
One girl, but I didn't get the girl. So when this one came in, I have to accept her like my own.
Yeah.
I say,
Okay, so the lady you had in the past, or it didn't happen at all?
No, it was still best.
so this is still bad.
Oh, okay. So this one came to replace that.
That's
for
one.
you. And so it worked with the prophecy as well. Yeah, I need that kind of prophecy.
So still best, and that also was. See, it had a lot of fiscal, in terms of health, impact on her health at the time that she lost that baby.
That baby.
It was a very down-team moment also for me. Those were the times where good drugs and everything were short supply in Ghana. And the Kolebu of all places. But again, sometimes you say it's divine intervention. All right?
Yeah.
God who casts that, Hey, madam.
Mommy. I know you have done well. You have done so well. You have done so well for this.
That was a difficult life. So I'm talking when she lost her baby. That's why she was, And I tell you, but for those who knows this know, there was a Professor Ghosh who was Indian at Kolebu. He was the one who saved their life.
Wow. It got to that point.
Because the medication we were looking for was not available. And God works in mysterious ways. That day, that's why I was working in banking. I went to visit early in the morning. I was in my short sleeves with my tie, and there was one looking young man. So I came out and then met Prof also doing the clinical route. They only asked me, what are you doing here? Why are you not on your clinicals?
Yeah.
I said, I just came to see my wife. So, really? Your wife? That lady on the side was your wife? I said, yeah. So he came in, read the history. I said, my God. Hold on, sit down, I'm coming. Then he went to his own consulting room and brought the medicine that is provided. Wow, it's cool. That's why she's alive today.
Jeez.
The nurses who were looking after her, they call her Uwumpel. Do you understand?
Yeah, you can't die. You can't tell. Yeah.
Uwumpel. I'm telling you.
You're a blessing, mommy.
So I'm grateful to God for that situation up to that. That's why here with God, nothing is impossible.
Yeah.
You have faith when just put your trust and believe in it. It will come true for you around difficult moments.
You can give us a call. I'm trying to see if we can take like 2 calls, maximum, so we can get to know how people have immersed your journey in marriage. And this message over here says, I am sure Daddy did not cheat just once. I want to ask how mommy handles him when he's caught. Daddy did this on prophecy, please. But there were no instances like that. Obviously, even this was a prophecy, which you felt even telling her wouldn't be a problem, but you knew at the time. If you did, what could have happened? Yeah. That's why. If not,
no, they said there's that time and seasons for everything. It's not everything that you need to. Sometimes you need to tell a lie in order to cover up potential bob.
Yeah. So it's just once. It's just once. Let's see if what this one says that. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to get another message over here. Okay. This one is a very long one. Okay. It says, good morning to you all. Please, my question to the couple is, are you in a relationship and the man is always wanting to know what you're doing in the sense that he checks your phone? Okay, we'll get there. No. When you are asleep or out of the room, even your calls being monitored, but he's not yet married to you because he's tired and you're tired and he's tired and very, very confused. He lives in the family house with his child, which I took as my own. So he's actually sharing his own story and comparing it to mine. If things like that used to happen, where mommy will be checking on you, monitoring and all that.
No. In fact, that's one thing. If there's a call for her, I'll pick the call and go and give it to her. This is your call. Take it.
Whatever happens after.
I'm not interested. That's a call. All right? If the person wants to talk to her, after they've talked or speak to me, he say, oh, well, it is this person who is calling. He wants to say hello. So, all right, never mind. Then, one thing I also mentioned to her is that her friends do not necessarily have to be my friends.
Okay.
All right?
So that was right from the onset,
yes.
an understanding you had.
Keep your privacy to yourself to satisfy your social life. All right? We can have common friends. But those who are your problem, please keep them. I'm not interested. The same way I get the call, you can pick and give it to me. Of late, one of my grandchildren is always there. When he hears, and he knows, you'll be surprised, it will be 4 in March. The belling sound, he knows it is for either the grandma or
for you.
So he'll be running, going to play, grandpa. This is yours. Call, pick it, I'll give it to you. When the grandma say, no, this is not for, this is for grandma.
But just listening to the tone, he knows who it belongs to. Wow. Awesome. Now, let's get to the phone line. Herbert is there. Herbert. Hello, Herbert. Good morning.
Good morning, boss.
I hope you're good.
I'm fine.
Okay. Well, what do you want to say?
I thank Daddy and Mommy so much for sharing their experience to be the youth upcoming. In the first place, I would say a big thank you to Mommy for such a heart she has had, and then the kind of heart that she's having is really impressive and then motivational to read the youth. I wish most ladies nowadays are watching this show, and thank you for your session too. Then I would say Daddy also have done very great job. Fine, if it were to be some couples, they should have separated by now.
Yeah.
But the love of God and then the teamwork, I really love them. Stay blessed. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, our time is up, so that's the only call we can take for
let me
today.
add one more thing.
Yeah.
That when he mentioned the teamwork, came to my mind. Don't just look at yourself as couples. Develop friendships. Friends. When you are friends, you bond better.
Yeah.
So we sit down. You mentioned communication. We can sit down and talk. There are some couples who cannot even sit down for 5 minutes. But we are friends.
Yeah.
We talk about all manner, like you say, from politics, from football. Sometimes we talked about the Bible. Because we went to work. What did he say when he went to church? So
and all these help.
Well, they help.
Yeah. We belong to different churches.
And that's what I'm saying. We belong to different. Yeah.
You attend different churches.
We attend different churches.
Man, your story, your story is an interesting one.
I started from Anglican. I went to Anglican school, secondary school to sixth form. Then she also was
an Anglican.
But she came after marriage. She came to stay with my mom. After that, I introduced her to Mount Calvary Cross, the charismatic church. So we did a wedding, everything at the charismatic church. I started in my youthful days to be part of that church. But when I grew up, I moved away.
Wow. Okay, so before we go, it's the month of love. So we want to hear messages you have for each other. So, Mommy, you say your love message to Daddy. Daddy will also say the love message. You can say in any language you want to say, you feel comfortable in, and then, we'll wrap it up. So what do you want to tell Daddy?
Call him Grandpa. Grandpa, I love you with all my heart. I don't know what to say, but the love is the most important thing in our life.
Yes.
So thank you for accepting me who I am.
This is sweet.
Thank you also. I call her Kali.
Hey.
That's her
That's my
name.
Okay.
That's her household name, or Manka. I'm also very grateful and happy for the bonding that we have had and the stable home that you provided for me and my children. Especially for bringing up those children to become also responsible men in society and in their careers. A lot of times people ask her that, what magic do you use to bring up these children? If you see me with them, unfortunately, you didn't show some of those pictures that I brought.
Oh, we're showing them. We're showing them whilst we're having the conversation.
No, I was looking. This cloth thing has been there for some.
Oh, really?
Years.
Oh, please show some of the children pictures for us.
They have become all very responsible people. And like I said, they've all also got married. They've all did their wedding. And out of them, the senior one has 3 children. 1 boy, 2 girls. The second boy has one girl. And the third boy also has 1 girl, 1 boy. And so, as I speak, I have 7 grandchildren.
Congratulations.
All because of the love and affection that he also showed to bring them up to be responsible people. And I pledge that we will commit ourselves to never do as part.
Amen. Amen. But we say a big thank you to you two for coming here with us and sharing the story with us. We really appreciate it. And Easy Grab has got a hamper for you. We're going to do the presentation at the proper time and let the whole world know what you've been through together and the kind of love and friendship and everything that you've shared. We're grateful. We wish you more years ahead, more of love, peace, communication, and everything that you want for yourselves. And may God continue to bless your children too as well. We love you so much. And that's Mr. and Mrs. Ansai J spending time with us here on the show. They've been in the marriage for 43 good years and still counting. And we're grateful that they were able to join us here on the show. We're still running the vows promotion. Make sure you send us your pictures and please do well and make people also comment and like the pictures that we share so you get closer and closer to winning that ultimate prize. We've got some more conversation coming up here on the show, and Ibrahim Bembako IB is here. Pastor Kofi is also here in the studio with us, and that conversation is coming up next. Stay with us.